Kirara may have already possibly became one of my favorite niche characters in all of Genshin Impact. I mean, I'm just saying, just look at those beans and tell me that I'm wrong. She is also possibly the only delivery driver that I've ever seen that doesn't like to play football with your Amazon packages. Anyways guys, I'm Sakai Samurai, your guide in the world of Genshin today, and welcome to the top 10 lore facts about Kirara that you probably didn't know. Starting off with number 10, Kirara looks weird for a reason. She's actually known as something called a Yokai, meaning that she was once an animal who has been able to grow into a human-like form. Her exact species is known as something called a nekomata, one of the most common forms seen in yokai, with the name simply referring to being a cat who is able to take on the form of a human. Kirara went from being a small kitten sleeping on the floor in an older woman's cottage to being the soaring individual that we see in today's world. Another excellent example of yokai is also Yaimiko, as she is a kitsune. For number 9, Kirara is so good at her job that she has been asked for a promotion multiple times, only for her to turn around and deny the opportunity at every time the occasions ever arrived to her. This is simply because her new promotion would land her not only in a better and much more cushy and low maintenance job, but it would take away what Kirara values most about her job in the first place. Being able to interact and work within the community, as well as the overwhelming joy that Kirara gets by watching their recipient open their package with a giant smile flashing on their face and their eyes widening with joy. And with that, the mere thought of changing her job makes Kirara recoil at the thought. And instead, it always leads to the same scenario where Kirara kindly and gently lets her boss down, saying that she is more than happy to keep working with the job that she has, albeit it may not be the flashiest job, but it's the job that she loves most. Number 8, Kirara used to dress, weird. Possibly wearing whatever clothes that she could just borrow from the older woman that she lived with, Kirara definitely stood out from other girls her age in the big city. This didn't last long, however. As she studied and watched others around her, she began to pick up on various trends, noting things like cute bows in girls' hairs and seeing them wearing ribbons, or maybe seeing girls have certain keychains on. This led Kirara to chase into the trends and ditch her old style and wearing something much more appropriate for a girl her age. You know, as I was sitting here writing this, it just appeared to me, they never actually said what Kirara was wearing. Wait, so was Kirara even wearing anything? I mean, she was a cat, and cats don't wear clothes. Does that mean that the old lady saw her naked that night? Imagine seeing your cat turn into a naked woman wandering around. Oh my, I have so many questions with no answers. And number 7, speaking of Kirara's clothing choice, this woman's drip is immeasurable. And the reasoning for this is because her outfit was actually specially designed and tailored by a famously renowned fashion designer by the name of Shiori, hailing all the way from Fontaine. This all started by a simple delivery run that she had made to the woman's home, only to stand there on the doorstep and be fiercely roasted by the woman all the way to oblivion. She then yanked her straight inside her home, which might be casual kidnapping, and then proceeded to tell her to change her outfit and to wait for measurement. She then quickly got to work throwing around and stitching a brand new and far better outfit designed for Kirara. This one to better match Kirara's glowing and outgoing personality. And moving on to number 6. Kirara is very fast at her job, so fast in fact that it almost seems inhuman for other couriers to catch up to her pace and speed. Sure, Kirara may be passionate and enjoying her job, but there's also couriers who do as well, leaving many to wonder, how does this woman manage to be so fast and good at her job in the first place? Well, her feline instincts may be to blame for this, mainly because even though she's not supposed to do this, she still likes to take it upon herself to, may or may not, ride amongst the rooftops to get her deliveries done, cutting her delivery routes in half and saving her a ton of time. In fact, this may be a plausible reason for why Kirara, who instead having human feet, she keeps her paws, that way that she can be agile and easier to climb with. And for number 5, Kirara is possibly the sole reason that the Komaniya Express gained its massive notoriety in the first place. This is due to the company originally dealing with the age-old common issue that every other company deals with, the problem of undelivered packages. Whether it is because of an invalid address, or the wrong recipient on the tags, these packages simply weren't moving. And it was driving Kirara mad with the thought that all those poor people out there were missing their orders, and that they were going to be let down by the company because they would never get the package that they were eagerly waiting on. The thought alone was enough for Kirara to take action, and instead of sitting around like the other employees were doing, she instead took it upon herself to make sure these packages got delivered, going as far as to track down transit routes and to spend her spare free time hounding down delivery details and zoning in on addresses to match exactly where these packages should be going. This led to a gigantic wave of praise for the company to come, and more than that, and an even bigger spree of appraisal to arrive for Kirara herself. This led to not only the company being able to move packages better and gain the better trust of their people, they also saw huge profit margins as their name in the market went through the roof, skyrocketing straight to the top. And with that, they had one person to blame for all of this great success: their favorite employee of the month, Kirara, earning herself huge favoritism from the boss and corporate management themselves. Which then leads us into number 4. Because of Kirara's staunch skills at delivering lost packages and her unavoidable love for her job, she currently is holding the title Gold Level Courier, given to her by the corporate boss himself after hearing about the vast amount of good deeds and success that Kirara has brought to them. Next up for number 3. Even though Kirara lives most of her life in the big city of Inazuma, she still likes to get away from time to time and run back home to the countryside, returning to her favorite human and happily sleeping away those cold winter nights in her grandmother's lap. As a cat though, not as a grown woman. That would be weird. Number 2, for a fast fact, Kirara actually learned how to transform as a yokai during the night that she learned her vision. It was also in the same night that she grew her second tail. Also, as a quick shameless plug, if you feel like learning even more about this story, feel free to click the link that's down in my description, or you can click in the card that should be somewhere around the video right now. It will lead you to a story that I just recently did where I talk in narrative showing how Kirara was able to find her vision. Not only that, but how she was able to transform from a house cat to a yokai. Either way, let's continue into the final fact at number 1. Leaving a good 5-star review with some great compliments and maybe a couple of head pats, or even better, some kitty treats, made us put you onto the bright side of Kirara's list. And with that, you may wake up one morning to find a new package sitting at your door, with it being a beautiful handcrafted gift box that Kirara had made herself. That's right guys, Kirara actually makes and designs specially crafted gift boxes for her favorite delivery destinations. As if it wasn't enough to have your package delivered by somebody who actually truly cares about you, Kirara goes the extra step of the way and even gives gifts. Even if it just being as simple as they left her a good review, she will remember you and will return with some goodies that she thinks that you will enjoy. And I don't know about you, but that's genuinely the most wholesome thing I have ever heard. And we'll throw in an extra bonus fact by quickly saying, if you ever have found yourself wondering about who gets the most goodie bags delivered to their door, it's none other than Kirara's favorite customer and her favorite person in the world, her grandmother. Kirara's loving grandmother is always waking up to find gift boxes and decorations arriving at her house, with Kirara happily hand delivering them, always more than excited to see her favorite person in the whole world. And that was the top 10 Kirara facts that you might not know. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, consider liking and subscribing. I do all kinds of fun lore related content here around my channel, mainly centering around the world of Genshin Impact. But from time to time I like to do fun stuff like meme and parody videos, and I'm also considering working on Honkai Star Rail next. So if you enjoyed it, remember to subscribe and like the video. Also, let me know down below a fact about Kirara that I didn't know, or maybe what your favorite fact about Kirara is. Either way everyone, I'm Sakai Samurai, and I shall see you all in the next video.